Did you know that more than 65% of women over 60 begin losing strength and stability in their legs without even realizing it? It doesn't happen overnight. It happens slowly, until one day you discover that going down the stairs doesn't feel the same anymore. That getting up from a chair takes more effort. And that you start walking more carefully even inside your own home. And the most concerning part is that millions of women believe that's normal. They think it's simply part of getting older. But here's the truth that almost no one explains. Most of the time, the real problem isn't just aging. The real problem is that the brain starts losing its connection with the muscles that are fundamental for balance, stability, and functional mobility. After 60, the glutes stop activating properly. The stabilizing muscles weaken and the ankles lose mobility. So the knees and the back start compensating for movements they were never meant to handle alone. That's why so many women feel pain when walking, insecurity going downstairs, or fear of losing their balance. In fact, studies on functional aging show that more than 70% of falls in older women are linked to loss of stability and weakness in the body's posterior chain. And that completely changes the conversation. Because if the problem is disconnection, the solution isn't doing more aggressive exercises or pushing the body harder with more intensity. The solution is rebuilding the communication between the brain and the muscles so that movement feels safe again. And this is where most people make a mistake that speeds up the loss of mobility even further. When they feel weakness or insecurity, they try to compensate by pushing harder, faster. They do exercises that are way too intense. They try to strengthen only the knees, thinking that's where the problem is. But the body works as a complete system. When the stabilizing muscles stop working properly, the rest begins to compensate in ways that end up causing more pain, more inflammation, and more fear of moving. Because fear shows up before the fall. First comes the insecurity going down a step. Then the fear of walking on uneven surfaces. Later you start calculating movements you used to make automatically. And little by little your world starts to get smaller. Many women over 60 don't lose their independence all at once. They lose it slowly, when they stop trusting their body. But here's what's important. Your body can still recover stability, functional strength, and confidence when walking, even after 60. Because the nervous system still holds the capacity to adapt when it receives the right stimulus. And that is exactly what we're going to work on today. These routines work differently from traditional routines. The goal isn't to exhaust you or train you like you're 30 years old. The goal is to wake up muscles that have probably been working at half capacity for years. Every movement was designed to improve balance, stability, and functional mobility in a progressive and safe way. Because after 60, the body doesn't need more punishment. It needs better signals. And that is exactly where real recovery begins. Movement number 1, elevated glute bridge. And even though many women underestimate this exercise because it seems too simple to produce real change, the truth is that after 60, one of the muscles that starts disconnecting the fastest is the gluteus maximus. The problem is that almost no one notices when it starts happening. Years go by sitting more than the body was designed to handle. Hours in front of the TV, in the car, in the kitchen, or resting more out of exhaustion than by choice. And slowly the brain stops properly activating the most powerful part of the female body, the glutes and the entire posterior chain. When that happens, something very important changes in the way you move. The lower back starts compensating for movements that should come from the hips. The knees absorb unnecessary impact. Getting up from a chair becomes harder. Walking long distances starts to feel more tiring than usual. And many women think they lost strength because of age. When in reality the body simply stopped using the muscles that are fundamental for generating stability and power. In fact, research on muscle aging shows that after 60, sedentary women can lose a significant portion of neuromuscular activation in the glutes, especially if they go years without consciously working on mobility and stability. And that affects much more than physical appearance. It affects the way you walk, your posture, your balance, and your ability to move safely. Because when the glutes stop participating properly, the entire body loses efficiency. The back overworks. The legs feel heavy. The joints start to inflame easily. And little by little that feeling appears that the body just doesn't respond the same way anymore. That's why this movement is so important. Because it's not trying to exhaust you. It's trying to wake up muscles that have probably been working partially for too long. Lying face up, with your feet elevated on a small surface, you slowly lift your hips while holding a conscious pause at the top before lowering slowly. No momentum. No speed. No bouncing. Because the secret of this exercise isn't in doing many repetitions. It's in the control. Every lift forces the glutes to activate again. Every pause strengthens the connection between the brain and the posterior chain. And every slow descent teaches the body to recover stability and coordination. And even though from the outside it looks like a simple movement, something enormous is happening on the inside. The glutes start working again. The back stops compensating so much. The hips recover stability. And little by little the body starts to feel more secure when walking and getting up. Because many women over 60 haven't just lost strength. They've lost confidence in their movements. And recovering that confidence completely changes the way you go back to living your everyday life. Movement number 2, hip abduction with band. There's a reason so many women over 60 feel knee pain even when they've never had a major injury. And most of the time the problem doesn't start in the knee. It starts higher up, in a muscle that almost no one mentions but that has an enormous influence on balance and stability, the gluteus medius. This small lateral hip muscle is one of the main muscles responsible for keeping the body aligned while you walk. The problem is that years of a sedentary lifestyle, repetitive movements, and lack of stability work cause it to slowly weaken without most people noticing. When the gluteus medius loses strength, the knee starts to collapse slightly inward with every step. You may not be able to see it clearly, but the body feels it. After thousands of daily steps, that small misalignment starts generating inflammation, wear, and a feeling of insecurity when walking. That's why so many women feel like their knees don't support them the same way anymore, especially going downstairs or walking for a long time. The body stops feeling stable because it lost one of its most important stabilizers. And this is where this movement completely changes the way of training after 60. Because we're not trying to punish the joints. We're trying to give them back their stability. For this exercise you only need a light band placed just above the knees. From there, the goal isn't to move fast or use excessive force. The goal is to fully control the movement while you slowly separate your legs and hold a small pause before returning. That conscious control forces the gluteus medius to wake up again after years of working at half capacity. Over time, the hip starts to better stabilize every step. The knees stop compensating so much. Balance improves. Walking starts to feel more natural. And something very important begins to happen, the body stops moving in fear. Because many women over 60 live in a constant state of tension without realizing it. They walk thinking about not falling. They go upstairs calculating every movement. They get up trying to protect their knees. But when stabilizing muscles like the gluteus medius start activating properly again, the brain receives a completely different signal. It starts to perceive stability again. It starts to feel control once more. And that feeling changes even the posture and the way you walk every day. Movement number 3, heel raises. Most women over 60 think that balance depends only on the legs or on overall body strength. But there's an extremely important part that almost no one trains and that, silently, begins to deteriorate over the years, the ankles and the Achilles tendon. And even though it might seem hard to believe, a large part of walking stability depends precisely on that area. Because the ankle isn't just the joint that connects the foot to the leg. It's the system that allows the body to absorb impact, react quickly to imbalances, and stay stable while moving. The problem is that after 60, especially in sedentary women, that capacity starts to decline much faster than most people imagine. Research on functional mobility shows that older women can lose up to 40% of mobility and strength in the lower legs if they go years without working on stability and range of motion. And when that happens, the entire body starts to reorganize to compensate. The way of walking changes. Steps get shorter. The brain starts to perceive certain surfaces as unsafe. And then small behaviors appear that many women normalize without realizing it, walking more slowly, holding onto walls, avoiding uneven terrain, or feeling insecure going downstairs. But here's what matters most. The problem isn't only muscular. The real problem is that the brain stops fully trusting the body's foundation. And when the brain loses confidence in the feet and ankles, it automatically starts limiting movement to protect itself. That's why so many women feel like their body responds more slowly after 60. It's not always lack of strength. Many times it's lack of neuromuscular stability. And that's exactly why this movement is so powerful. Because it forces the body to rebuild stability from the ground up. You only need a small step or even a thick book. You place the front of your foot on the edge and let the heel drop slowly below the level of the support before rising back up with control. No bouncing. No speed. No momentum. Because the secret of this exercise isn't intensity. It's the range of motion and the conscious control of every phase. Every slow descent helps recover mobility in the ankle and elasticity in the Achilles tendon. Every pause strengthens the calf muscles and improves the body's ability to react to small changes in balance. And even though it looks like a simple movement, internally an enormous neuromuscular reactivation is taking place. The brain starts receiving stability signals from the feet again. The body recovers confidence when pressing into the ground. And little by little, walking stops feeling like something that requires so much tension and constant vigilance. Because many women over 60 don't just live with physical weakness. They live with a silent fear of movement. Fear of tripping. Fear of losing balance. Fear of falling and losing independence. And that fear makes the body become even more rigid and insecure. But when the ankles start to feel strong and stable again, something changes deeply in the way you move. Steps become more firm. Posture improves. Movement number 4, eccentric step down. The reason so many older women feel insecure, especially when going downstairs, most of the time has nothing to do only with the knees. It has to do with the body's ability to control movement while slowly lowering body weight. Because going downstairs requires something very specific, eccentric control. That is, the ability of the muscles to break the body in a stable way while the weight descends. And after 60, that capacity starts to deteriorate rapidly. When the muscles stop receiving the right stimuli for stability and coordination. That's why so many women feel that going down is harder than going up. Going up they can still push the body using strength. But going down requires control, balance, and neuromuscular stability. And when the body loses that capacity, insecurity appears. The brain perceives the movement as risky and automatically activates tension, stiffness, and fear of losing balance. Then the knees start receiving more load than necessary and every step starts to feel like an exaggerated effort. This exercise works exactly that silent weakness that almost no one trains correctly. You only need a small step. From there, the movement consists of slowly lowering one leg toward the ground while the other controls the full descent of the body. But here's the important difference: we're not looking for speed. We're not looking for impact. We're not looking for exhaustion. We're looking for absolute control during every second of the descent. When you lower slowly for 3 to 5 seconds, the quadriceps start to activate deeply again. The glutes participate by stabilizing the pelvis. The brain learns again to trust the downward movement. And something very important starts to happen: the knees stop feeling alone carrying all the effort. Because the body starts distributing loads correctly again using the entire muscular chain. And even though many women think the problem is that the legs don't have strength anymore, the reality is that many times what they lost first was neuromuscular control. The body stopped feeling safe during certain movements and started compensating automatically. That's why this exercise produces such important changes even though it seems simple. Every slow descent rebuilds stability. Every repetition improves coordination. Every pause teaches the brain again that the body can still move safely. And over time, changes start to appear that go far beyond the exercise. Stairs stop feeling so threatening. Getting up and sitting down becomes more natural. The body reacts better to small imbalances. And little by little something comes back that many women feel they had lost years ago: confidence in their own legs. Movement number 5, farmer's walk. I know there are many women who have never heard of this exercise. And the reality is that it represents one of the most complete ways to train something that after 60 becomes absolutely fundamental: the ability to move with autonomy in real life. Because there comes a point where real strength stops being measured by how much weight you can lift in a gym. Real strength starts being measured in much more important things. Being able to carry grocery bags without feeling like your back is going to give out. Walking with stability without constantly looking for support. Going upstairs while holding something in your hands without feeling insecure. Maintaining posture, balance, and control while the body is under effort. And that is exactly what this movement rebuilds. In fact, specialists in functional aging consider that the ability to walk while maintaining stability under load is one of the most important indicators of physical independence in women over 60. Because the human body doesn't work in separate parts during daily life. Everything works at the same time. The feet stabilize. The ankles react. The hips control movement. The core protects the spine. The shoulders hold the load. And the brain coordinates every step trying to maintain balance and safety. Research on female sarcopenia shows that Women can lose between 3% and 8% of muscle mass per decade after age 30, and that loss accelerates significantly after 60 due to hormonal changes and decreased physical activity. But the real problem isn't just losing muscle. The real problem is that the body stops trusting its ability to hold itself up and move under effort. And when that happens, movements become more rigid, steps more uncertain, and a constant sense of fragility appears that many women try to hide even from themselves. That's why this movement is so important within the protocol. Because here the body finally learns to integrate everything we've worked on before. You take a moderate weight in each hand and start walking slowly while maintaining firm posture, an engaged core, and controlled steps. But the goal isn't to walk fast or carry too much weight. The goal is to maintain total stability while the body moves. Because every step forces the nervous system to coordinate balance, posture, and functional strength at the same time. And here something fascinating happens. The simple act of holding weight while you walk generates an automatic activation of stabilizing muscles throughout the entire body. The core activates to protect the spine. The hips stabilize every step. The ankles constantly react to maintain balance. And the brain starts recovering confidence in the body's ability to move under load without losing stability. What seems like a simple exercise ends up becoming a complete reconstruction of functional security. And that matters much more than it seems. Because many older women stop doing everyday things not because it's physically impossible, but because their body stopped feeling safe doing them. First they stop carrying heavy bags. Then they avoid walking for long periods. Later they start asking for help with simple tasks they used to do automatically. And little by little something extremely dangerous appears, the feeling of dependence. But when the body starts to feel strong and stable again under movement, something changes emotionally too. You start walking differently. Posture improves. Movements stop feeling fragile. The body starts transmitting confidence again. And that confidence changes even the way you face everyday activities. Because in the end, the real goal of this protocol was never simply to strengthen muscles. The real goal was much deeper. To recover independence. To recover confidence. To recover the feeling that your body can still hold you up. And this is where the entire protocol starts to make sense. Because none of these movements were chosen at random. Each one works a specific part of the stability system of the female body after 60. First we rebuild mobility and stability from the ankles. Then we reactivate the glutes and hip stabilizers. Then we work on unilateral balance, neuromuscular control, and integrated functional strength. And even though from the outside they look like simple exercises, internally they are rebuilding something that many women feel they had lost years ago, the confidence to move without fear. What's most interesting is that this protocol works precisely. Because it respects the way the nervous system learns and adapts after 60. It doesn't start from intensity. It starts from reconnection. Because a body that has lost stability first needs to recover control before increasing effort. And that is exactly what most traditional routines ignore. They try to strengthen a body that still feels unsafe. But when the brain doesn't fully trust the movement, the body protects itself by limiting strength, balance, and coordination. That's why we work differently here. Slow movements. Controlled. Conscious. Not to do less, but to rebuild correctly from the ground up. And that produces real changes in daily life. Walking starts to feel natural again. Stairs stop generating so much tension. Getting up from a chair no longer requires the same mental and physical effort. The body stops moving from fear and starts moving from confidence again. And perhaps that is the most important part of all of this. Because after 60, many women feel like they are slowly losing parts of themselves. Not just physical strength. Also independence, freedom, and security. But the body still holds an enormous capacity for adaptation when it receives the right stimulus. It can still get stronger. It can still recover balance. It can still rebuild stability even after years of being sedentary. So the question is no longer whether the body can improve after 60. The real question is whether you're going to keep treating your body as if it were destined to deteriorate. Or whether you're finally going to start giving it the right signals to feel strong, stable, and secure again. If you found this helpful, share it with someone who, just like you, needs it. And if you're not subscribed yet, I invite you to do so. Our videos are designed to improve your quality of life, your mobility, and your independence. See you in the next video.